Okay. Okay, it looks like we are live. It is 2 o'clock, and this is My Topic Tuesday. So we're just going to wait a few minutes and allow people to gather. I see that Proverbs is here. Who else is here? You got Daniel's yarn and you haven't opened it. How can you resist opening it? Oh, hi, Michelle. Glad to see you. Let's see. What else is happening? Okay. Now we only have one person in the room. Oh, no. What am I going to do? Okay. Anyway, so we're just waiting for people to gather. And once again, this is a Topic Tuesday. And we talk about, not surprisingly, topics. Hi, Crochet by Night. Uh, Stopping by for just a moment is just fine. Oh, Proverbs just got home and has not slept. Well, I'm glad that you stopped by to see me before you lie down to sleep. That's very nice of you. Okay, now. Okay. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Is Daniel here? I have not seen Daniel, or at least he hasn't commented. I know that it's 5 hours later there, and he has a life of his own, and he has to work tomorrow. So it's possible he won't be able to join us today. I can't. In StreamYard, I cannot see who is here right now, but I can see how many people are here. And so I'm just going to keep blathering as we go along, because it doesn't seem to be increasing right now. Okay, it increased by 1. But anyway, so tell everybody, tell me what's on your hook, what's going on. Proverbs just got home from work, apparently, but is not going to sleep anytime soon. And that's okay, too. Oh, hi, Gina Barnett. Glad to see you. So, yeah, tell me what's on your hook, what's in your cup, what's going on, where are you? If I don't know you, I probably know most people who come into this room already. But that's okay too. We can talk about how everything is. It looks pretty sunny outside my window right now. I have not been outside today yet. Yesterday I went out to. You have a grandbaby in your arms. Oh, what could be better than that? Oh, what could be better than that? I can't imagine. Oh, hey, Granny D, it's okay. I'm glad you stopped in, but you don't have to apologize for not being able to stay. Okay, let's see. Oh, looks like we have 7 people now. Anyway, so tell me, what's on your hook? What's in your cup? What's going on? And you know what else? Oh, hey, AJ, I'm glad to see you. For those of you who do not know, I have a series of interviews with men in yarn that I post every Monday. And the one that I did yesterday was AJ. And I've gotten a lot of really great comments, and I think he's gotten a lot of nice comments as well. So, and I've been enjoying these interviews. In fact, I enjoy them a whole lot more than any other kinds of pre-recorded videos that I do. I was just this morning. I was struggling with a tutorial, and although people tell me that I do okay with tutorials, and I know that I am okay at explaining things, I don't get the joy from tutorials that I do from other things. I love doing the interviews. I really do. And I love doing live streams. Although, last week I did a lot of spontaneous, very late at night live streams, and then I wound up sleeping all weekend. And then because I wasn't present, people were concerned about me. And then I was also acting rather tired, and people were concerned that there was something wrong. Anyway, um, so it doesn't look like Daniel is here right now. Um, but then he works tomorrow. It's 5 hours later over there. He has a life. He has a husband. He has a dog. So we he doesn't have to be on everyone's live stream. Hi, Diane. Glad to see you. Anyway, so I have been blathering long enough. And my topic for today, which only came to me last night because somebody suggested it to me when I was up on the panel on somebody else's live. My topic for today is men in yarn. And most of you know that I've been, hi Julie, glad to see you. Most of you know that I have been doing this series of interviews with men in yarn. And there are lots and lots of people out there in crochet, in knitting, in yarn dyeing. So Daniel, whom we've been speaking of, was my very first interview for my Men in Yarn series. I meant to have Josh, who is known as Combat Crochet, as my very first, but I messed up. I had a wonderful conversation with him, and then I found out I had not recorded a bit of it. So fortunately, I already had Daniel's interview recorded, so I just put that up as the first one. And then I wound up doing Josh on Memorial Day, which seemed appropriate because of his background. And then just last week we did AJ. Hey, Alicia Simpson. Oh, you're doing a Bag o' Day creation? Oh, wonderful. Hey, Linda, glad to see you. Oh, goodness gracious. So I'm just talking about my topic for today, which is men in yarn. And there are so many. My goodness gracious, there are. I mean, there are some, the ones I've featured already. Hi, Pivy, however you pronounce it. Um, but the ones I've featured already are Daniel, who does paw ply yarns and creates amazing colorways. There is the Frederico, who is known as Knitting by Macho Men. Um, he is absolutely wonderful. I did Josh, who is known as Combat Crochet. Just yesterday, actually, I posted my interview with AJ, and I have some really good ones coming up. I have one that's already recorded and already uploaded and scheduled. I have a few others that are on my list. And actually, I would like to have your ideas for people I should interview. Uh, I will tell you already. I'm talking about. I'm talking with Fiber Spider about doing this because he has been a friend for quite a long time. He's been a friend of this channel and also a personal friend. Oh, 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 Pivy, I'm glad. Oh my goodness, Pivy, we need to talk offline. Yes, 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 we need to. Um, got him already. But anyway, throw out ideas. Hi, Jenny. Um, oh, you know Brooklyn Boy Knits? I've heard of him. He's the one that makes all, he gets all the media attention. Right, okay, let's see. Um, I have reached out to quite a few people. There's one guy I would love to get. His name is the Crochet Boss. He's actually an MMA fighter, and that whole world I don't understand, but he crochets. And people approached him and thought he was doing it as a gimmick, but he wasn't. He was really doing it because he loved it. And he actually has some stuff out there that is good stuff. Oh, AJ says that I should interview Mr. Bod without Crystal being involved. That is a great idea, actually. That is actually a pretty darn good idea. Now, he does crochet a little. Um, anyway, so I have some people lined up already that I'm going to work with. But it's really fun. And let's see. There are some people I want to draw your attention to. There's a guy named uh, Peter Seymour. Anyway, I think that is his name, but his Etsy channel is called, oh my God, Sea Hall. What is it? Sea Hall Crochet Design. And so I've bought some of his patterns. This is the um, polo shirt that I was working on for a while and need to get back to if I ever want to finish it in this lifetime. Proverb says the yarn smells like a man. She wonders if there's one in the bag. You know, my yarn still smells like whatever he was wearing when he packed up the package, and I can't stop smelling it. You know? Oh, Diane suggests the crochet crowd. It's an idea. You know, it's funny because some of them seem so big you don't want to approach them, or you're reluctant to approach them, because I'm a very small channel, and these people are big, and you know, the only one who could really benefit would be me. So what do they gain from doing this kind of an interview, except that I don't know. I don't, but then that's my whole, you know, negative self-talk going on. Oh, hello, Dorian. Um, yeah, I'm glad to see you. I think we're brand new friends. And aren't you in Georgia? I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina. Oh, Proverbs, did you order the ginger beer colorway? I love it. I haven't decided what to do with it yet, but I love it. Um, what was I saying? Yes. So we were talking about men in yarn and talking about my series about men in yarn. Julie, I've already interviewed Ross, the smells like yarn guy. Yeah, I just knocked the table over. Oh my goodness, you ordered 5 Hanks? Oh. Oh, you're in Charlotte. I love Charlotte. I went to Monroe High School. I went to Pfeiffer College. My best friend went to Queens College. My sister went to nursing school at Presbyterian Hospital, which I don't know if it even exists anymore. I love Charlotte. Oh, there you go. Florida boy living in Georgia. So you have come back to RJ Knits? I don't believe I know RJ Knits. I'm going to make a note of that. There are so many people. Oh, UNC Charlotte. Actually, I went there one summer just to get some required courses out of the way. I think it was between freshman and sophomore year. I had a great time, actually. I really enjoyed just taking classes there. And at the time, there wasn't that much security, so I was a music major. I would go into the music building and just practice and find a practice room and practice there. I would, you know, I had a good time there. Um, and yeah, UNC Charlotte's a good place. Yeah, Nightbot is on the job right now. But also, I would say that for any links that I mention, including my my blog, my patterns on Revelry, my merch on Etsy, everything, I have all the links in my about page. Yeah. Anyway, UNC Charlotte. Gosh, I haven't been there in ages. I haven't been to Charlotte in a long, long time. A number of years ago, I drove from Wilmington to see a friend who was in Concord, and I drove through Monroe deliberately because I had spent my high school years in Monroe. No, I was going to Charlotte directly, but I drove through Monroe. It had changed so much. I nearly caused several collisions just from gawking at everything that had changed. And then the last time I drove to Charlotte, I was surprised to say, "Oh, Diane, you have 2 nephews that live in Wilmington? Are they cute?" I'm sorry. Slap me for saying that. Anyway, um, the last time I drove to Charlotte, I was surprised to learn there is now a bypass where I could go all the way around Monroe, which has a whole lot of stoplights and commercial traffic, to get to Charlotte without going through Monroe, which was very useful at the time, although I sort of missed going through and seeing what's going on. Um, let's see what's going on. What else? So we're just talking about men in the yarn, and I showed you Richard Seymour's Etsy shop, which is Sea Hall. Oh, he's 41. He's a youngster compared to me, certainly. Anyway, And there are lots of others. I interviewed my very first one was Daniel, whom we know for his beautiful yarns at Paw Ply Yarns. The second one was Frederico. I love to roll my R's like that. Who is known as Knitting by Macho Man, who has a fantastic web presence. The third one was Josh at Combat Crochet. His was last Monday, Memorial Day, and then the last one was um, our own AJ, and his interview went live yesterday, and I've gotten some really good feedback from him. Okay, bye bye, Darian. I'm glad you stopped in. Um, anyway, and so people have been suggesting other people, other men whom I should approach, and I'm constantly amazed. I keep meeting a lot of really, really good yarn craftsmen on Instagram, and I'm able to see really great um, work that they do. PV asks, have I seen a change in perception of men in yarn in the past few years? I'm not really sure. I think that men in yarn are more visible now. Um, I think that is one reflection of a change. I used to in a waiting room or something, I would have a portable project with me, and people would say, "Oh, I've never seen a man knitting before," and I would say, "Well, you still haven't, because this is crochet." Um, but I mean, I remember a number of years ago, my ex used to always love wherever we would visit. He would want to visit a local yarn shop, which I think is a very good idea. But we would go into yarn shops and people would say, a man going into a yarn shop? My goodness gracious. Um, but of course, all the old ladies sitting inside would just love us because we were interested in yarn. So I think the change in perception, I think the biggest change is really in visibility. I'm not sure I can speak about perception. Hi, Lisa the Grammy. Oh, yes. Lisa suggests Gary at Urban Yarn and Fiber Spider. Yes, I've spoken to both of them, and we're working on making something happen. They were tops on my list of people because I had, before I started this endeavor, I had already been in communication with both of them for other reasons. Um, why? So, let's see. We're only here for an hour today because at 3 o'clock we are going to see Brenda the Newbie Crocheter, but we do have time to welcome people up if they want to come. It's up to you. And actually, could somebody post the trigger for Brenda? It's basically exclamation point Brenda. Um, exactly, AJ. They don't understand if it includes yarn, they think it's knitting. It's like if it includes anything with I've because I was a singer for so long, anything that has a like what you associate with a classically trained vocal sound, they think it's opera. And it's not, because there's a whole lot of music out there that requires that kind of vocal training that is not opera. And I love opera with all of my heart, and I love all of the other music with all of my heart. So anyway, let's see. Okay. I see that we have Patreon has given us Ursula. Let's see whether it's going to give us, or rather, Nightbot has given us Ursula. Let's see whether it's going to give us Brenda. Let's hope it does. I don't know. Nightbot. I need to adjust the scheduling of Nightbot because you can. Hello, Suzanne Wallen. Glad to see you. Don't believe I've met you before, unless I have. I know a local Suzanne, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Brenda not? Is Brenda's not link? Is Brenda's link not working? In any case, most of us know Brenda the Newbie Crocheter. So we go there at 3 because her live always begins at 3. Hi, Susan Burke. Let's see what else is going on. So, well, let's just talk about general announcements. My usual schedule. Today is Tuesday. I do a topic Tuesday. Wednesdays, I do a Wednesday free-for-all, which is at 6 p.m. immediately after Granny D, and it's no topic, and it's a lot of laughs. Thursday, I try to do a THWIP Thursday because I never get around to doing a WIP Wednesday. Usually those are at, I'm not noticing people who are in the basement. Okay, and there's Linda too.
Oh. Hello.
Okay, we have 3 people here. Hello there. Yay!
Hello.
Okay.
I have to think which way to go. Left is right and right is left.
I never know which way to go, even if the.
So you had to get, did you manage to get any sleep today, David?
I did get some sleep, and I'm going to get some more later. I'll tell you that.
Good for you. Good for you. So this is what I've been working on this afternoon, so I can photograph it and send it to Lisa.
So,
oh, beautiful.
Oh, that's for the beaded project, right?
Yeah. So that's the sleeves. So that's the yoke. And then that's the body of the.
That's beautiful. I've never tried to do beads, and I'm fine with that. So, Linda, you were the one who recommended Jan Carruthers to me. Is that correct?
No, not me.
Oh, well, someone did. She's on your side of the pond. Anyway, I found her and I subscribed, so I am going to start watching. So, what do you have in your hands there? Tell me, is it Pivy or Pivy?
It's Pivy.
Pivy, okay.
Yeah, but my name's Ezra, so call me whatever you like. I'm working on the brim of a rainbow hat for Pride. So just
nice.
Love the colors of that. That's lovely.
Okay. Yeah, this is Red Heart Mexicana.
Very nice.
Okay, I think I've seen that yarn. Yeah, yeah.
That's beautiful.
I'm in love.
That's pretty cool.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. So what other so you've got a good selection of men to interview and that.
I wish that interview was a metaphor, but yes, I do have a good selection of men to interview. And because I've been reaching out to a lot of them, and
Yeah.
even some high-profile men have been very responsive. So I've got some good interviews coming up.
I
I
want
need to
to
get.
go on.
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
No, it's all right.
No,
You
I'm
finish off.
sorry.
On Instagram, have you heard of Made with Love by Tom Daly?
I have. I reached out to him, but I'm not holding my breath because he's such a huge public figure. I'm
Yeah.
not holding my breath for a response, but I did reach out to him.
Yeah.
And he does some really beautiful stuff.
Yeah. I can't suss my hair out, so it's getting on me. Let me just do it.
I have trouble with my hair all the time.
I'm quite warm, so it's doing its own thing today.
You look just fine. There's nothing wrong with your appearance.
I'm determined to grow it, so I'm just washing and leaving it and letting it grow.
It's just fine. Diane Sharp asks if I have an email. It's in my About tab.
Yeah, I need to email you as well. So I'll do that all tomorrow. I'm going to email you and that.
Yeah. And I think that the attitude that you have, that like you're not a big enough yarn presence or YouTube presence, I would disagree. I think that you know, everywhere I go, I see you in the comments. I see you. I think that people know you and respect you and
totally
have a lot. Yeah,
I
so
totally
I
agree
think
with what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
I think that
you shouldn't.
That's lovely to hear.
Yeah, but you shouldn't put yourself down because you do a lot for not only the men but for us as well as women by supporting us. You know, kind of, you know, so nobody in the YouTube community should put themselves down, whether they've got 100 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers. They are there because the people, not only content creators, but those who don't do contents themselves but support us too, you know. So kind of nobody should, it doesn't matter how many subscribers you've got, it's what you do in the community that matters. And
let me just pause and recognize that Ola Joe and Katrina have joined us, and we are glad to have them both. But hi. I mean, it's true that I do. You could see it as putting myself down, but when I compare myself, which of course is the road, you know, compare and despair, that is the wrong direction. But when I see people with thousands and thousands of subscribers, and I say, you know, what business do I have approaching them to come on my channel? It is self-defeating, and people have been actually really, really gracious to me. Yeah. So, I mean, there is a lesson in that. And I actually, when I was doing an awful lot more writing in the opera world, I was not nearly so humble, but I was still surprised when I would learn that people I really, really respected would respond to my requests for interviews, would quote my reviews on their own websites,
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking very famous people,
Yes.
and it's so I was not nearly so surprised then because I was confident that I know a little bit about opera and singing. So now what you're saying is true, that I should be just as confident because I know a little bit about crochet. I
Well,
don't
you
have
do.
the
Obviously, you do because you're doing patterns. You know, kind of you're supporting everybody else. You know, and you know, recognition where recognition's due. You know, kind of. I suppose because in the crochet community, you're a little fish in the pond of women. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, David? You know, there's kind of there's the women are the majority than the male at the
well,
moment,
I don't
but
really
that
think of
could
it as a man
change.
woman thing. I think of it
No.
in terms of numbers because I don't have the numbers that I want to have.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that had I numbers, I would be more worthy to approach those people. But then on the other hand, even before I started posting videos, which hasn't been all that long, maybe 8 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
um, even before then, big name people were encouraging me to move forward.
Exactly. You know, and that's what it is. You know, kind of there's a saying, slowly, slowly catch your monkey. You know, just you know, take your time, it'll happen. You know, the effort that you do, you know, that you're putting into it, you know, the rewards will come.
Exactly. Um, take the right actions and
Yeah.
let go of the results.
Yeah. You
And I always forget that.
yeah.
And I think you've said it many times, like these very influential people, these big name people, and the commonality of what you are saying is that these are just people. And, I found that there's a lot less ego um, in the Yarny community. And even if people are bag a day, you know, who we all, put on this pedestal, she was in an interview with Little John Yarns and she's like, I'm just a normal person. And we're all thinking, you're not a normal person, you're a freak of nature who posts like 10 videos a day.
At the same time, she herself has been so supportive of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was one of those who encouraged me before I posted my very first video. She remembered me from, interacting when she went live. Well, she did live streams more often then, but she
Yeah.
remembered me. And, I've told this story before. I was sick for a while and offline for a while. And when I came back and greeted her in a live stream,
She'd missed you. She'd missed you because you weren't there. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the type of person she is. And, you know, kind of that's why we all love watching her videos, because she's like you and me, you know, and she's really supportive of the little channels.
exactly. And people like Fiber Spider.
Yeah.
Um,
Well.
I I won a giveaway that he had last fall,
Yeah.
and that's how we began an email acquaintance, and then we began talking online, and now I consider him a friend, and
Yeah.
he's been on some of my lives, and he's just a wonderful person.
Yeah.
And other people like, well, AJ, who is pretty darn terrific, and Josh from Combat Crochet is also pretty darn terrific. There are these, but even other people, high profile people, I've approached for various reasons, like this charity ebook that I'm doing, which I haven't mentioned, but pattern creators. I'm collecting patterns for a charity ebook
Yeah.
For we will find a nationwide organization that benefits hungry people, people without food. Anyway, every one of them has been very kind to me.
Good.
And most of them say, "Of course, I know who you are. I've seen you." So, and then on to your question.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that sort of thing. And then when I go into people's lives and they act as if they're honored that I'm there, and I'm just me. And I'm not anybody special. I'm just a guy who crochets and talks a lot and cracks jokes, you know?
And we love that.
If I'm lucky, half of the jokes work.
That's what makes who you are, and that's what we like about you. Why we support you, like you support us too. So
I was trying to do this. I didn't mean for this whole interview or this whole hour to be about me, but I don't mind.
Why not? It's your channel.
It's my channel. But anyway, I was doing this exercise about what is my unique value proposition? What is my selling point? Because I come from the corporate, the business world. Mm-hmm. And I have to think that, and it's not really based on empirical data, but just observation. But I think that people like me. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but they do.
Well, I think you show up, and I think you're present, and I think that is something that people really love.
Yeah.
And your value proposition is not only that you show up and you're present, but you create content for this growing community of bearded yarn dudes and unbearded yarn dudes. And I think you're fantastic. So you also, not to bring it down at all, but you, if I remember correctly, you suffer from seasonal affect disorder. And as someone who deals with many mental illnesses myself, that presence, you're showing up and you pushing through and talking about it, that is amazing too. So I want to thank you for all that you do.
Definitely.
That actually is very good to hear. That gives me strength. And I have shared openly about it, and sometimes I have regretted at how openly I have shared, but that's who I am. I do have occasional bouts of very serious depression, and this year I call it I should stop calling it that. Usually February is a very hard month for me, and this year it was especially hard. And I could go into various reasons, but that would take us a long time. But there were times when I didn't know that I would see the end of February, but I did, and I'm here now.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I expect to see next February. So I can only be me, and it has taken me 58 years to learn that.
Yeah.
But I can only be me, and it has also taken me to learn taken me 58 years to learn that that actually has value.
Of course it does.
And that people respond, and that there are parts of what I present that resonate with people. And I'm still adjusting to that. I mean, there is a part of me that says, oh, no one would notice, or no one cares. But, I know that those are just the voices in my head.
Mm-hmm.
On a rational day, I know that those are just the voices in my head. But, we have our ups and downs.
Exactly. I mean.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay.
We kind of, I may not go through what you go through, but
mm-hmm.
I'm very fortunate in health wise that I'm, but I do. I'm working in a hospital and all that. I've seen many things, and so I can appreciate. And some of my friends, do have, illnesses and that, so I can empathize with you all.
Well,
even though I don't
exactly.
experience it myself, I can still empathize, and with with you.
Exactly. It's not about comparison, but the fact that you empathize is actually a great gift. And I've always sensed that we have this affection, even though we're like on the opposite sides of this big old pond.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I need to get a sailing boat.
I mean, yeah, this is my hand gesture for big old pond.
Yeah. There's this empathy between us, we and that. So thank you, for your friendship.
Exactly. And everybody in the chat is telling me to just be me. And that's another thing. It's taken me all this time to learn to just be me, and that's good enough.
Yeah.
And I think everyone,
and that's
I want everyone to learn that. And it takes everyone however long it takes.
Definitely.
And it doesn't matter. There is no comparison. There is no standard, but it takes however long it takes.
Kind of at the end of my videos, I always say, be kind to yourself. And that's something that we all need to be, because sometimes we're not kind to ourselves. We put so much pressure on ourselves.
I know.
That at the end of the day, we forget, whoa, hold on. It's my day today. I'm being kind to me. I'm going to do, what? If I don't want to crochet, I'm not going to crochet. If I don't want to watch YouTube, I'm not going to watch YouTube. I'm having a me day. And I think that, sometimes we all forget to do that. Be kind to ourselves. We put so much on our plate sometimes, don't we?
We do. We do. I mean, I fill up my planner with things that I want to accomplish. And when I don't accomplish all of it, I beat myself up for it. And most of the time, it's like the amount of stuff that I want to accomplish isn't all that realistic.
Yeah.
But
you're going to take a step back and reevaluate and think, okay, there's only 24 hours in a day. 8 of those hours I need to have sleep.
God, I wish I could sleep 8 hours a day. I also wish I could eat 8 hours a day, but I wish I could sleep 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do need to schedule rest. I don't have a fixed schedule, and although I do have goals that I need and deadlines, like I've been working on a tutorial that I have to have up for Friday, because I do tutorials on Friday, and I've been struggling with a bunch of things. and I expect to finish recording it today, and then I can edit it and everything. But I'm coming to the conclusion that I don't like doing tutorials all that much.
No, I've done a few, and I do want to do tutorials, but because I'm left-handed and that, and I don't want to flip my videos for the right-handed. But even though I kind of I've done left-handed beginner tutorial for crochet, and a few right-handed crocheters have watched it and started crocheting by watching my left-handed video. So, you know, and that.
Now, I don't know what it's like to be left-handed. Excuse me. I don't know what it's like to be left-handed. I don't know what it's like to crochet left-handed in a right-handed world. I have heard, though, that people who do right-handed tutorials and then they just reverse the image and call it a left-handed tutorial, that is not good.
No, it's not true. And that's why I will never flip when I do my left-handed. It's different when I knit, when I did my knitting tutorials, because I knit right-handed anyway. That's the way I was taught. So that's the way I do it. But left-handed and right-handed, totally different. Plus I hold my, you know, I'm a knife holder. So, but, you know, kind of, I've had some, you know, private messages, you know, thanking me for doing the left-handed tutorial. And I just, you know, but each to their own. I'm not saying you can't flip, but my personal choice is that I won't flip. I won't flip my video. And when I do crochet right-handed,
actually,
when I do crochet right-handed, I hold my hook like a knitting needle. It's ridiculous, but I'm not experienced enough to do tutorials right-handed. I'm not.
I see.
Not experienced, or I would do it myself.
I mean, but now people tell me that I'm good at explaining things, and I on a one-on-one basis, I enjoy it. I don't enjoy the experience of recording and editing tutorials, though. So I might change out what I'm doing on Fridays. I want to keep doing something every Friday. And it would be best, well, I won't say that. I was going to say it would be best if it was something pre-recorded, but it doesn't have to be. But I want to keep doing something on Fridays. Maybe I will rotate formats on Fridays. Once a month, it will be a tutorial. Once a month, it might be a live. Once a month, it might be an interview. I think actually that's a good idea. I think that's a very good idea. I should write that down.
Definitely. You know, so kind of, you see there, by deciding to do one tutorial a month, you've taken that pressure off yourself. You've then got 4 weeks. You've got 4 weeks then to prep this tutorial.
And I've also felt video. Exactly. I have felt I don't know if pressure is the right word, but I have felt more like my tutorials should focus on my free patterns rather than the ones that are not free. Because there are people who offer like paid tutorials or tutorials that come along with a paid pattern. And I'm not ready to do that yet.
No.
And, you know, there's no judgment there, but that's just not where I am.
No. And at the end of the day, David, it's your channel. You do what you feel is best for your channel. the same as I do for my channel, same as Ezra
really
does for his.
Yeah, it is evolving because okay, the StreamYard link AJ wants. It is evolving because well, as an example, I started out doing shorts, like 60-second videos on Mondays. Because I wanted to do something, post a video every day. That started out in April when people were doing the video every day in April. However you want to pronounce that. Hey, AJ. Oh, look at the sunshine where you are. Wow.
Can you see the sunshine here as well? I've got sunshine too.
Oh, I've got sunshine.
Good song.
Howdy day. I can't sing.
Or better yet, oh, there is sunshine in my soul today. Anyway.
How are you, AJ? All right?
Not bad.
Good.
Cool. Are you not working today? What time is it?
No, I am. I work at night, so.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like three to midnight.
Oh, that's a difficult shift.
I'm used to it.
Yeah. I used to do 12 to 8 years and years ago, and it was very strange. I chose that shift over the second shift because I wanted to have a life in the evening.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think I was getting maybe 5 cents an hour as a shift differential. And in New York City, that went a long way. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it took some getting used to, especially trying to go to sleep in the morning in Manhattan. And when I first started that job, I lived next door to an elementary school. That was a challenge.
Oh yeah.
It was. It would have been a challenge with all them children at playtime.
Oh yeah, definitely. But that sort of thing, it takes a long time to get used to. It really does. And then when you move back to a day shift, it takes a long time for your body to get used to the adjustment back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anyway, so AJ, are you out walking for exercise?
Yeah.
Cool. I should do that. I should at least go around the block or something. But
I go for a walk after breakfast 4 times a week.
Oh, that's a good thing to do. Yeah.
Hail, rain, sleet, snow, sunshine, and walking.
Sort of like what they used to say about the U.S. Postal Service.
Yeah.
They
used to say that about the UK Postal Service. Now it's gone down the drain. It's
so is ours.
Oh, it's
limited
and
resources.
They charge you as well for postage. It's the amount they charge you for postage is ridiculous.
My God! I just printed up
it's skyrocketed here.
I'm sending some Lion Brand yarn to Daniel, and the postage is like easily twice what the yarn is worth.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but it's stuff that I had in my stash, so sending it as a gift, like you do.
Yeah.
I did a giveaway a couple months ago, and it was a pretty big giveaway, and I hadn't mailed something in so long that I had no idea how much postage would be, but it was a box that was easily 12 inches high, and I want to say like 20 inches deep. So it would have been a nightmare to mail, and luckily Granny D won. And Granny D lives about an hour and a half away from me, so I was like, I can hand deliver this to you.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like AJ has
Brilliant.
left us. And I realize it's now 3 o'clock and we need to go over and see Brenda
Yes,
because we love Brenda.
we
And
do.
I've been trying, I thought I had a Nightbot thing for Brenda. Let me try again.
Is Brenda live today?
She goes live at 3 o'clock today,
Right.
but
Yeah, she
Nightbots
is.
doesn't seem to be doing that. Okay, there's Brenda. Or there's AJ. Okay,
Mhm.
so anyway, so we need to close and go see Brenda because we all love Brenda.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go down and spend some time with my other half.
Oh,
I've not seen him all day.
husbands are overrated, believe me.
Yeah, get yourself a wife.
No.
Brilliant.
Partners of any sort are overrated.
Anyway,
For
From
some.
my experience, anyway.
we'll go do
Not that I'm bitter.
we'll go and do the bearded yarn dude raid over at Brenda's.
Oh, please do. Yeah, please
Yep.
mention it. We love Brenda. So
Good
I'm
idea.
going to leave the studio or I'm going to end the broadcast first. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you all for coming
Bye.
and keep
Thanks
coming
for letting me
back.
come up, David. Bye,
Oh, yeah.
Ezra. Bye,
Thanks for letting me
AJ.
come up.
Bye.
Bye, Linda.
Bye.
Bye, AJ.
See you, Linda.